Hi, my name is Amelia Carr and I'm a singing teacher and vocal coach based in London's West End. I am a specialist singing teacher for children in the genre of musical theatre. I'm mad about it, I'm passionate about it, and I love every second of my job. These video tutorials are going to start at the basic and work through a whole host of different tutorials, and I'd love to hear from you so that I can make my tutorials according to my viewers' needs. Please do pop me an email to ac@ameliacarvoice.com and I'll attempt to cover as much as I can in the future. Kicking off for today, it's about knowing what to take to your first singing lesson and how to prepare for it. So I'm going to whistle stop you through this. If you're going to a new teacher, it's really important that you communicate with them a little bit before the lesson. So you can do this by discussing what song you might take to start with, or sending them a little voice clip of you singing. And you might think that's a little bit pretentious, but actually it really helps us to know what to expect when you're coming in. If you can be brave and send a video clip, that also gives us a really good indication of where you're at and helps us to be a little bit more organised for your arrival into your first singing lesson. If you have a song that you'd like to sing, brilliant. That's excellent. Again, you might like to send that in. If you don't know what to sing and you're really stuck choosing, I'd really encourage you to think of something that you know really well, something you think suits you, something that you're comfortable with. We don't need to hear you challenging yourself. We just want to see what you're capable of. We can do the rest once you're in the room. If you're nervous about choosing a song, just say. Don't hide away and don't be shy. Any good teacher will encourage you and will help you, especially before your first lesson. When you walk into that room, know what your goals are. Be able to articulate to your teacher what you hope to achieve, what you've covered in the past or what you haven't covered in the past, and be able to articulate that so that we can know where you're wanting to head, okay? Whether you're 5 years old or you're 15 or you're 18 years old, you've got to know what your goals are, okay? Even if it's that you're looking to expand your rep, you're working for Matilda audition next year, you've got a recall for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory next week, or you're trying to get into Mount View next year. Whatever it is, know roughly what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve it by. I, for one, am really passionate about you buzzing through this door in my studio and making sure that you can utilise every second of your lesson. You're paying me for that, and I want to deliver you a great standard. If you turn up unsure, unaware, without music, without the things that I'm about to list, then it's going to be a struggled lesson and you're not going to get the best value out of that. So, you've chosen something that you want to sing, or you've started a dialogue with the teacher for what you might bring along to sing, and what you will do is you'll learn a verse and a chorus at least. Okay, a verse and a chorus is like the first little opening bit and the first chorus, or maybe you go for a verse, chorus and a bridge. Again, if you're not sure, discuss that with the teacher in advance or send them a little clip and ask if that's enough. Tell your teacher your song in advance. I've already said about sending them a little clip. I may repeat myself a few times here because I can't stress enough how important it is. So many students turn up in this room and they don't know what they want to do in the lesson, and it's just a waste of time. I don't want to be taking your money just to sit and decide what we're going to do. That should be done beforehand. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of indication as to what you can do before your lesson. And now what to take to your singing lesson. So take a recording device. Make sure you've got storage space on your phone or your recording device. Take a pencil, take a bottle of water, take a notebook, and most importantly, take your music. So many people come into the studio and they don't have their music or a backing track. It's really frustrating. You must print off some music. Again, if you don't have it, ask the teacher in advance, where should I get it from? I normally divert people to musicnotes.com. Make sure you're buying a pro version of the music. If you're not sure, again, send a screenshot, send a link to the teacher. Any good teacher will want you to turn up prepared. Print that off and have a paper copy. If you like to use your iPad or whatever, you've got a notebook pen on your iPad, whatever, that's great. Personally, I don't let anybody come to a lesson with a small device. I was going to reach for my iPad, but it's a bit too far away. You must never bring music on your phone. Your posture, everything's going to be affected badly by that. So the best thing to do is take pencil and paper copy of your music. If you want it on your iPad as well, that's great, fine, but always have a paper copy. If you need to read from your music, fine. Take an extra copy for your teacher, okay? If you're singing with a backing track, and make sure you check with your teacher before what they prefer. Maybe take both just to be sure. Make sure it's in a good format for the teacher. Ask them what format to have it prepared in, and also take spare adapter leads. So for example, my stereo has a jack lead. If you've got a fancy new iPhone, it might not go into my machine. So just be prepared for all eventualities. Hopefully that's given you a whistle-stop tour through what to prepare and how to prepare for your first singing lesson. I'd love to hear from you with any questions that you have regarding any of the content of this video. If you've got any questions that you want to ask privately, send me an email to ac@ameliacarvoice.com. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I'm Amelia Carr Voice. It's been a total pleasure to have you with me today. I'd also love to hear any questions that you have, any suggestions for future videos. Otherwise, I'll hopefully see you again next week. Bye!